Good morning, traders. It's Friday. Woohoo! We've made it to the end of the week. It's Friday, the 6th of January, to be exact. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades, and we're going to look at the important news for today as well, guys. All right. Before I start on yesterday's trades, three things to mention. First of all, Discord channel. Come join it. Yeah, the link is in the video description, guys. Loads of traders sharing ideas, knowledge, and what they're having for breakfast. So yeah, why not come join it, guys? Secondly, the live stream, join us for that every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT. Yeah, it's your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like. And thirdly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and we'll send you the details. All the information for all of these things are in the video description. Right, guys. So, yeah, yesterday's trades. Yesterday, can I just start by saying yesterday was a wonderfully profitable day. Yeah, I hope you followed a few of the trade ideas, guys. It's been a good week. Yeah, been a very profitable week. So, yeah, first trade to look at from yesterday was this, euro against the US dollar. Okay, guys, and we were looking to short this pair. So structurally, it was in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And then, guys, yeah, it's had a lot of chop, come back up, tested these highs here, and then it's broke down. Okay, this candle here, the low of this candle breaks all of these lows here. Okay, so structurally, we were in a downtrend. If we then zoom in, yeah, you can see we also had a very bearish candle. This has been the catalyst. Nice word for shorts, yeah, because this low broke these lows, and even the day before yesterday, this candle still told me that sellers were in control. We had a bit of rejection wick here, and then sure enough, guys, yesterday we had a beautifully bearish candle. All right, so we're still looking to take price back down to this blue line, guys, this 10500 level. All right, so that was the idea, to short it, and as you can see, that's the direction it went in. Let's look at H1 to see exactly how we traded this. All right, and this one, guys, I got into, yeah. It was a bit of a breakout trade, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, what we were looking for, guys, was for price to react in this grey zone, and it didn't quite react there. Yeah, it didn't quite reach that. But the other trade idea was for when it breaks this level. Yeah, we can enter the trade. And as you can see, this candle broke these lows. Okay, but if we entered on this H1 candle, our risk to reward is not very good. Yeah, even if we hit our blue target, guys. Yeah, if this was our target, and then this would be our risk if we put our stop up here somewhere. Okay, so the risk to reward wouldn't have made sense if I entered on the close of this candle. So how I traded this, guys, and it was a little bit aggressive, but I wanted to get into this trade early if it broke this grey zone. So all I did, guys, was drop down to the M15 chart. And it just allowed me to get into this trade a little bit quicker. All right. And as you can see, it was actually this candle here. So these lows here, this low here, this low here, these were the lows we wanted to break. And it was actually this M15 candle that allowed me to get in early, guys. The close of this candle just broke these lows over here. Okay, so I entered on the close of this candle, put my stop above the candle and the grey zone. Okay, and then I let it run. Okay, because remember, guys, if you go back to my video about breakouts and fake outs, this is exactly what we want to see on a breakout. Okay, yeah, we got our entry, and then every candle keeps breaking the low. We got a green candle here, but it was followed by a red candle, and every candle just kept breaking lower. Okay, As you know, guys, I entered here, put my stop here. I got out of this 105.50 level. You know I love a psychological level. Okay, so I got out here. I got a risk to reward of a little more than 1:1, and then I'm still in this trade for 20%. Okay, guys, so that's how I traded it. I dropped down to the M15 chart to give me a better entry. Okay. Let's go back to the H1 and then we can just see how it's playing out. So, yeah, to be honest with you guys, I'm just going to keep trailing my 20%. Even if it hits this blue line, I'm still going to just keep that 20% running. I'll move the stop loss down to here. My stop loss was up here. I'll move it down to here. We'll see what price action does. You know, if it keeps doing this, I'll keep just trailing my stop. All right, guys. But yes, I hope you took this trade, guys. Yeah, it was a great trade. And encouragingly, this low here, this H1 candle has broken these lows, only just. All right. So, yeah, Euro US dollar, great trade. That's how I entered it. Next one, guys, was Euro against the pound. Okay, so let's take a look at that now. So I was tempted to get into this, but late last night, but I didn't. But let's just talk you through it. So, guys, as you know, price has been ranging between these two grey zones. This is the day chart, and it's just been ranging, yeah, between these two grey zones. And then price was back up into this grey zone. So we were potentially looking for shorts down to this blue line or even back down to here. Okay, so that's the idea structurally. And then if we zoom into these candles, guys, at the top here, you can see that we had doji, 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 followed by a bearish couple of candles, really. Okay, but this low's never been broken. Okay, which I want to see. All right, so that was the idea. And to be honest with you guys, if you're in this trade, we've got this wick here on this green candle. It's a green candle, but this is a rejection wick. I still think we can look for shorts today. All right, but that was the idea. If you go down to the H1 chart, again, I'm going to remove the larger grey zone so we can see what's going on. So we had a couple of options, guys. Price comes up into this grey zone, yeah, and we get a bearish candle that tells us sellers are in control. All right, and we just don't get that. That doesn't tell me sellers are in control. Neither does this, neither does this. Because you have to look at the candles before it. Look at these green candles. Okay, admittedly, this one's got a wick. But these, especially this green candle, it's far larger than all of these red candles. Okay, and structurally, H1 broke. Yeah, we was clearly in a downtrend. But then H1 structure broke with this candle. So I was reluctant to start selling this. What I was looking at, guys, was this. Again, if we drop down to the M15 chart, this is a technique I use quite a bit, guys. Yeah, I like to see a breakdown in M15 structure. But potentially I was looking at this, guy. So it was clearly in an uptrend at this point. Yeah. But then we didn't create higher highs. And then when we broke back into this grey zone, breaking this low, yeah, once we get back up to here, we can start looking for shorts. So that's when I say I was tempted to start shorting this pair, but I didn't. But use the M15 chart to really refine your entries. You know, on the day chart, guys, when price hits a grey zone, I'm looking for a H1 structure breakdown. It's the same on the H1. When it comes to a H1 grey zone, I'm just looking for an M15 structure breakdown. Okay, so yes, similar scenario, just different time frames. But no trade on euro pound, guys. The next one was euro against the Canadian dollar, and this was trade of the day. Okay, so let's go to the day chart to see what we were looking at. So price, guys, was strongly trending until we hit this grey zone, which was weekly resistance. Yeah. And it's no surprise that price has reacted here. Come back down to this low, come back up, hit the grey zone, but eventually it's broken down. It's broken this low here. All right, so structurally we were in a downtrend. If we also look at this candle, this is a beautifully bearish candle. Yeah, doesn't get much more beautifully bearish than that. So we were just trying to come from this candle from one of our grey zones back down to this blue line. And as you can see, guys, that's pretty much exactly what happened. So yeah, we were looking for shorts. Let's look at the H1 chart now to see exactly how we traded this pair. This, for me, was another M15 entry. So again, guys, this grey zone was all important and price was reacting here. Because look at all of this price action that's reacted in this grey zone. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. Let's zoom back in. And then price, you know, hit this grey zone, but this candle, this candle, this candle, none of these candles tell me sellers are in control. This candle does. So if it was just purely a H1 trade, yeah, you could have entered on the close of this candle, put your stop above here, and you will almost have your risk to reward of 1:1 as we speak. Okay, so you could close 80%, let 20% run. So that would have been a perfectly good trade, trading from this H1 candle. Okay, but I'm going to show you how I traded this now. And let me also show you the H4 chart, guys. So this candle here and the fact that this wick closed back below this high, yeah, these are the little intricacies that I look for, guys. And you can find out about these in my mentorship program if you would like to join. So the fact that wick closed below that wick, this gave me real confidence as well to start looking for shorts. All right, so I just wanted to show you that on the H4. But how I entered was the M15 chart. And let me show you. Okay, so yeah, this was sort of overnight trade. Yeah, and then price wanted to come back up. Okay, and we were clearly in an M15 uptrend. Okay, didn't get a higher high. Yeah, always a red flag. And then as soon as this low was broken here with this candle, yeah, I entered. So I entered here, put my stop above here. So this was my risk. Okay. And then I just followed price back down to these lows, guys, these lows over here. Okay. So I had a very nice risk to reward. It was about 1 to 2.5. Yeah. So 2.5 was my reward, guys. And it was a beautiful trade. But I just want to show you, see how I'm using M15 structure to enter trades. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can use that as another piece of confluence, guys. And like I say, when price hits a daily grey zone like this, I usually look for H1 structure breakdown. Okay. But then when we see a hourly grey zone, I can just look for M15 structure breakdown. It's the same principle, just different time frames. All right. So yeah, this is another skill you can use for really getting into trades early and really pinpointing your entry. Okay, so this is a beautiful trade, guys. We go back to the H1. I'm still in this trade for 20%. So I'm just going to keep trailing my stop. I'll see what price action does today, but I'll probably trail it above these highs here and just keep trailing it down, guys, because I still think this has lots of room to move into. So Euro Canadian dollar, guys, I hope you took this trade. This was trade of the day. Now quickly, guys, what else were we looking at? We were looking at oil. Where's oil? There it is, the black gold. But this was just a little bit too scruffy for me, guys. Sorry, let's start with the day chart. Let's do things properly. So we were looking for shorts, guys, because price had tried to build up, but then it broke back down, breaking this grey zone that was all important. And we had this bearish candle. Okay. Looking at this, guys, I still think we can take price back down to here. Look at this buying candle. Yeah, buyers are nowhere near in control. Sellers are in control of this market. Okay, so we'll drop down to the H1 chart. So I just couldn't trade it, guys. Yeah, price came back down. Arguably, H1 structure started breaking upwards. Yeah, it come back down, tested this low, and then pinged off again. So it depends what price does in this band. Yeah, if it breaks this band, it will probably come up to here. Yeah, and if it breaks this low, we have room to the downside. But I am still looking to short this pair. All right, but I just couldn't trade that price action. Last one was gold. So gold, if we start with the day chart, yeah, it's clear why we were looking for buys, guys. Yeah, we'd remember we'd come up to this grey weekly resistance level and price had just been stalling, but then eventually we've had a break. Okay, we've had a break in structure, and then price come back down to our grey zone. Okay, and then we were looking for buys. Okay, so that's what happened. It's come down and reached this second grey zone. I remember saying I expect it to come back down to here, but I don't like this red candle now. Yeah, read the candles. I don't like that red candle. But anyway, let's look at H1, guys. So yeah, we had a couple of grey zones mapped out. So in this grey zone, none of these green candles tell me buyers are in control. And they shouldn't tell you buyers are in control either. Yeah, sellers are in control of this market. Sure enough, they push it back down to our second grey zone. But again, I haven't seen a candle to tell me we can start entering this pair. But what I have seen now is a H1 structure break. Yeah, this candle here broke these highs. So this could be encouraging for longs. All right, but again, I didn't trade this pair, guys. I just didn't get an entry. All right, guys. So yeah, those were all the trades from yesterday. So many. Yeah, but it was a really profitable day, guys. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, so another profitable day yesterday, and it's been a great profitable week so far, but we still got today. And if you enjoyed that recap, maybe you learned something, maybe you placed a good trade, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. We'd love to have you on the channel. Right. So, trades for Friday, the 6th of January. Before we start, guys, 3 things. The Discord channel, come join it. Lots of great traders sharing ideas, knowledge, chatting to each other. So come join the Discord channel. The link is in the video description. Secondly, guys, if you would like to join us for the live stream every Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. London GMT is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading. And thirdly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and I'll send you the details. All the information for all of these things are in the video description. Right, trades for Friday, the 6th of January, guys. We have got a lot to get through here. Yeah, I may be talking for 5 hours. I'm only joking. Don't worry, I wouldn't put you through that. But let's start with the dollar index, guys, all right? So the dollar, has been coming down. Yeah, we've been seeing some dollar weakness, but it's found some support here. Yeah, okay, and price has bounced off. All right, so this is what we're seeing, guys. Okay, if I zoom in now, so that's what we're seeing structurally. We also had, a very bullish candle yesterday. All right, and I still think we have a bit of room up into this grey zone. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that on the dollar index. The dollar has a bit more room up to these highs and these lows. Okay, so I wanted to show you that because we are going to look at a few dollar pairs today. And the first one is this, Aussie dollar, US dollar. Where are we? Here we are. So this is our first trade idea for today, guys. So this is the day chart. Okay, and price was clearly in an uptrend, but now it's been stalling at this level because this weekly level here is a weekly resistance level. Okay, and now we're sort of ranging a little bit in this grey zone. Okay, in an ideal world, I want to see a break, retest, and we can start shorting the hell out of this. But we still have a trade today because it's at the top of this. It's literally tested these last highs, and then it had a bearish reaction. Okay, so for this reason, again, like the dollar index, I think we have a little bit more room back down to this grey zone. Okay, so this grey zone would be my first target. Yeah, we're just trading the range. Okay, so let me put that in. Let me actually put a blue. I'll probably bring it back down to this low here. I'll probably make it the yeah. I love a psychological target, guys. So this 6,700 will be my target. Let's drop down to the H1 time frame. And I'm going to put a grey zone over a grey zone. Okay, so this area here would be my area to start shorting. Okay, so H1 structure has clearly started to break down. We just want it to come back up, retest this grey box, this grey zone. We get a bearish reaction. We can then enter the trade and take it lower, guys, potentially all the way down to this target here. All right, guys, so that's what I'm looking for on Aussie dollar, US dollar. Also, Euro US dollar, guys. Okay, so let me find Euro US dollar. This is still a trade idea as well. Okay, we still have room down to our target. Yeah, so again, guys, you know why we're trading this one. This was a trade from yesterday. So it was in an uptrend. Yeah, but now we've had a breakdown in structure. When these lows were broken with this candle here, we were looking for shorts. Okay, and this weekly level is weekly resistance. So if we now zoom in, I'm trying to zoom in without, yeah, there we go. That's better. And now yesterday, not only we're in a downtrend, we've got this super bearish candle, guys. All right. So I still think we've got room down to this 500 level, and we could even still let just some run. Yeah, just keep letting this run, to be quite honest. Okay, so Euro US dollar, we're also looking to short this pair. And again, guys, where would I be looking to short it from? So our grey zone from yesterday, this is still, let me just move this out a little bit. Okay. So our grey zone from yesterday, this grey zone is no longer important to us. But our grey zone from yesterday, this is still an important zone. So price could quite easily come back up to here. We get a bearish reaction, and then we can take price lower. Okay, so that's one idea. The second idea, because of that daily candle is so bearish, guys, maybe we just get up to here and then we see a bearish candlestick pattern. Okay, we could also enter that and take price back down to here. All right, so yeah, here or the first bearish candlestick pattern. All right, but we're looking for shorts down to this level. If we go back to the day chart, guys, you know, you could potentially let it run down to the next psychological level. Yeah, it's this 0400 level. All right, there's room to the downside, guys. But yeah, Euro US dollar short. There was also pound US dollar short. You know, this is a possibility as well, but Aussie dollar and Euro US dollar I prefer. The next group of trades, if you like, is all to do with the Canadian dollar. So we're seeing some Canadian dollar strength, okay, which is unusual because oil is, you know, dropping, but that's what we're seeing in the charts. The charts do not lie to us. So the first one is this. We've got euro against the Canadian dollar. And this was our beautiful trade from yesterday, okay? And it's still a good trade to have, yeah? So price was strongly in an uptrend, hit a weekly resistance level, come back down. Yeah, we're now getting lower highs, and we broke these lows. Yeah, so we've got lower highs, lower lows. We're in a downtrend, and we still have room back down to this blue line, this psychological level of 4,200. All right, so that's what we're seeing in terms of structure. If we now look at the candles, yeah, so we had this super wonderfully, beautifully, amazingly bearish candle a couple of days ago, but then we've also had this bearish candle, and what I like about it is the fact that this low has broken this last candle's low. I like things like this. Yeah, I talk about things like this on my mentorship program, guys. So if you would like to join it, then, you know, let me know. But yeah, the low has broken the low. All right, so good. Yeah, so we are still looking for shorts down to here. Let's go to the H1 time frame now to see where we can start entering. And this is another tricky one, guys, all right? I'm going to put, this grey zone is no longer valid. Yeah, we're not interested in that today. But I'm going to put a little grey zone through here. Okay. Yeah, because you can see that price has reacted here and here. And also this grey zone is still valid. These are the last highs up here. So we've got a couple of grey zones, guys. All right, what I want to see is price come back up to this grey zone. We get a bearish reaction. We can then start shorting this pair. All right. If perhaps it wants to retrace more, perhaps it wants to retrace back up to these highs. And if it does, also no problem. We're getting good value. Then we can again enter the trade and start taking price down. By now, guys, you know how I roll. I close 80%, yeah, at the last H1 lows or highs, yeah, and then I leave 20% to run, and then I trail my stop. Okay, but regulars know how I trade, yeah. So this is how I trade. This is how I exit trades. All right, guys, but Euro Canadian dollar, we're still looking to short this pair. We also, the same for pound Canadian dollar. Yeah, like I said, we're in pair. We're in the US dollar cluster, and now we're looking at the Canadian dollar cluster. So pound against the Canadian dollar. Again, yeah, we still have room down to our target. So price was trending like a crazy person. But again, this is weekly resistance. And ever since weekly resistance, guys, look how these candles have gone from green to red. Yeah, you can see the difference. It's night and day, guys. Yeah, look how much information's in the candlesticks. If I drew a line down here, these are all red, these are all green, pretty much. Anyway, I digress. So price has come down. We thought potentially it might find a bit of support here, but no, yeah, it's broken down further. So these lows have been broken as well. So structurally, we're in a downtrend. If we zoom in now, you can see that this candle, yeah, it could be a little bit more bearish, but nonetheless, the low of this candle has broken these lows here. So I'm happy to take price back down to this blue line. And again, another psychological level. If we drop down to the H1 chart now, again, I'm going to plot some grey zones with you guys, all right? So if you zoom out, yeah, we're looking for where did price react historically? And as you can see, yeah, this level through here, I'd probably include it up to here. Yeah, so this level here, guys, is an important level. Okay, that'd be too much. Yeah, so this is an important level, guys. All right, this is the level I want price to react at. If price starts breaking above here, then I think my analysis is wrong. All right, so we want to see price. Let me zoom back in now. Yeah, we want to see price come up into this grey zone. Yeah, we want to see a bearish reaction. We can then enter the trade, yeah, down to here, leave some running. All right, so just the one grey zone. Yeah, but it takes into account this psychological level as well, okay? Could it react at 6,200, this psychological level? Yes, it could. So, yeah, potentially we could take the first bearish candlestick pattern that we see as well. All right, but this grey zone, sure. Okay, guys. So, yeah, pound Canadian dollar. Also, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, this is the Canadian dollar day. It's going to be a public holiday in Canada. Okay, so again, similar scenario, guys, to the other ones. Yeah, price was, you know, trending upwards like a super trender. Couldn't think of anything better. But it's hit weekly resistance, guys. All right, and then price, arguably here, we had a little low. If not, we've definitely broken this low now as well. Okay, so potentially we broke this low, but we've definitely broken this low. So structure, this candle here has broken that low. So structurally, guys, we're in a downtrend. And if we zoom in, just look at these candles. Yeah, there's not a buyer in sight. There was here. This was a buyer. Yeah, this wick, but there's not a buyer in sight. Look at these wicks pushing down, and this candle breaks these lows. Okay, so I think we can take price back down to this psychological level. We probably have room back down to this area of support, this grey zone, guys, but I like to do the first psychological level above my area of support. Okay, so let's look at the H1 now and see where we can plot our grey zones. Okay, so this is the grey zone for me. All right, we've got this price action through here, but also up to here, guys. So if these last highs on the H1 start getting broke, yeah, then you know me, I'm not interested, guys. I want to be with H1 structure. But if price comes up into this grey zone, tests these highs, yeah, we get a bearish reaction, we can then start taking price back down to here and leave some to run. All right, so this is our grey zone for New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, guys. A break up here, not interested. All right, so New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, we're also looking to short that pair as well. What else was there for today? I'm still looking at oil, guys. There's loads of trades today. I'm still looking at oil, but the price action's ugly. I'm not sure how to trade this, but if we go to the day chart, yeah, nothing's telling me that we cannot make it down to here, that these back down to these lows. Yeah, we're clearly in a downtrend. Yeah, if I zoom in, yeah, we've got a very bearish candle. Yeah, and this green candle didn't exactly tell us that buyers are back. So it's just a case of where will it retrace to before it comes down? Will it retrace back up to this grey zone before it comes down? So this is what I need to work out on oil, really. This is what we all need to work out. Where will it retrace to? This is if you knew that every time, you would make a lot of money. So could it be here, these last H1 highs? I don't like it because price to me looks like it's building up. So perhaps it does have a bit of room up to this grey zone, and then we could short it. So for me, guys, it's finding where will it retrace to. Maybe we could start just looking for a break in H1 structure. Yeah. But yeah, this price action is ugly. Okay. What else am I looking at? Done that. I'm still looking at euro pound, guys, as well. Okay. I told you there's lots to do today. So I'm still looking at euro pound. If we go to the day chart, yeah, let me draw that grey zone back in. Yeah, so remember this grey zone. And we've just been trending from here to here to here. We're just basically bouncing between this grey zone. And we're up here, so we could expect to come back down to this blue line or even this blue line. Okay. And if we zoom in, yeah, I like the fact that we had... we had doji, followed by a bearish candles, plural. And yesterday, yeah, we did have a green candle, but this wick has rejected these highs. It's rejected it. Okay, so I think we can come lower, guys. Yeah. If we drop down to the H1 chart now, what will we be looking for? So let's remove this large grey. I keep doing this. I keep adding that grey zone and removing it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this, guys. I'm going to change this grey zone. This is what I'm looking for, guys, is a break of H1 structure. So we're in an uptrend, clearly. But if this grey zone breaks, yeah, and then we get a retest, I think we can come lower. So this is what I would be looking for in euro pound, guys. H1 structure break, retest, bring it back down to here, leave 20% to run. Is there any more? There is one more, but I think this is enough for today, guys. Yeah, we've got lots of trades. So, yeah, we're looking at Aussie dollar, US dollar, euro, US dollars. We're looking for a bit of US dollar strength. We're also looking for Canadian dollar strength with Euro Canadian dollar, Pound Canadian dollar, New Zealand Canadian dollar, and also oil and Euro Pound. All right. And guys, if you've enjoyed this analysis, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash the like button. Yeah, help support the channel, and we would love to have you with us. Right, guys, let's look at the news now. Okay, guys, so news for Friday, the 6th of January. So nothing overnight, guys. The first piece of important news that we're interested in is this. At 9:30 London GMT, we've got construction PMI coming out of the UK. So that could move the pound. Yeah, it's quite a busy news day today, guys. Next, we've got at 10 o'clock London GMT, we've got CPI coming out of the euro. And my goodness, we all know how important CPI is. Yeah, so guys, yeah, must be aware of this one. This could really dictate the direction of the euro. Okay, so must be aware of that. And then if we carry on down, guys, we've got a lot of US data as well. So 1:30 London GMT, we've got non-farm payrolls. And as we all know, this is a big one. Yeah, so again, this could really decide the fate of the dollar as well. So we've got non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate, both at 130, both 3-star ratings. So that can really move the US dollar. And at the same time, we've got Canadian dollar employment change as well. So imagine you're in a US dollar, Canadian dollar trade. Yeah, that pair is going to go super volatile at 130. And then after that, guys, we've got more news. At 3 o'clock London GMT, we've got ISM non-manufacturing coming out of the US. So another 3-star rating. And then finally, at the same time, we've got IV PMI coming out of Canada. So a really busy news day today, guys. Must be aware of all of that news if you're in trades. Okay. But that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful trading day. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll catch up with you on Monday.